Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I legit had everything recorded, and I have to re-record everything now again. As you're seeing this, I am re-recording this now for the second time because my video software decides to act up on me and doesn't, just spazzes everything out, and to the point where you can't view the video I recorded. So we're doing this again, folks. We're doing this again, part 2. But anyway, welcome back, guys, to In Heintz Sight. This is episode 25. And, man, I feel like it's been a really long time since I've been back here on the podcast, talking into the microphone, having the headset on, having the hat on. It's good to be back, folks. Hopefully you guys have had a good week this past week and are having a good Monday to start off your weeks. Man, I'm telling you, Ocean City, guys. Ocean City. The sun in Ocean City is the strongest I think I've ever seen. And unbelievable. I got burnt so bad to the point I could not lift up my arms past my shoulders. It was so bad. I had sunscreen on, everything like that. It was absolutely insane how strong that sun was. But it was a great time. And it was actually my first time visiting Ocean City. And definitely a really different kind of beach, kind of boardwalk than previous ones I've been to in my life. And it was really fun. It was really great. All who I went with, it was just a really great time. I'm appreciative of everything that they've done for me. And it was just a really fun time with them and just a really fun time overall and just experiencing it and everything involved. I would definitely relive it all again. I would definitely go back for sure. But yeah, so we're back here. We're back in the Berg. And, but yeah, definitely a lot of great memories to look back on this past week in the Big OC. Just really cool, really neat experience, really fun, really enjoyable time. But we're back here, like I said, and we're back here on the podcast, folks. And like I said, hopefully you guys have been enjoying your week. So thank you for tuning in to the show here. And, we had the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. I didn't get to watch it. We were out and about doing stuff, but I was keeping up with it on my phone. So we're going to kind of dive into that and break down the Hall of Fame game. Now, I'm not going to go into depth and dive into details because I didn't personally watch it, so it wouldn't really be that fair of me to really do that. I'm not really going to sit here and say anything from the Cowboys standpoint because, like I said, I didn't watch the game. Everything I was checking up on, seeing was obviously really Steeler-related and stuff like that. I do know Ben DiNucci, I believe Cooper Rush played, if I'm not mistaken, for the Cowboys at quarterback. Obviously, they didn't really start much of their guys. Same with the Steelers, really. A few starters played, not a whole lot. But let's jump right into it. So, first of all, great to see, obviously, football's back. Yes, we love that, okay? We love that football's back. It's that time of year. It's fall time. We love it, man. We love it. It's great to see sold-out crowds. Hall of Fame ceremony. Troy Polamalu got inducted. Bill Cowher got inducted. Donnie Shell got inducted. It was a Steeler Hall of Fame ceremony, man. Peyton Manning, Calvin Johnson, Adjurin James. The list goes on and on of these guys. So Charles Woodson, cool experience. Always a cool experience for fans that go there and for the inductees. But Hall of Fame game, Steelers won 16-3. Now, it wasn't really much going into halftime. It was 3-0, but the Steelers scored 16 unanswered. Mason Rudolph started the game. Now, from what I was seeing on Twitter, people were crapping on the guy. I'm like, all right, so he's off to a crap start. What's new? No, I'm kidding. I feel like with Rudolph that regardless of what he does, he's just not going to win fans over. And the thing is with me, I'm not a Rudolph fan. I never advocated for that pick. I was never going to write the guy off, but we know what the guy is, right? And I feel like for any fan out there, any Steeler fan out there that might think that Rudolph that he can be the guy moving, he's not. And I don't know what to tell you at that point because if he was, he wouldn't be sitting here battling Haskins and Josh Dobbs for the second quarterback spot. And the Steelers would be doing what they can to push him in there as the starter under center and not be entering his fourth year of his career trying to fight for a backup spot. It's just not going to happen. Now, they signed him to a 1-year extension because they didn't have a quarterback under contract next year, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Rudolph's going to start next year, and that doesn't necessarily mean he's even going to be on the team next year. But Mason Rudolph, from what I read, from what I saw, he was all right. He had some nice passes, some nice looks, some bad ones. Same thing with Dwayne Haskins. From what I saw, he didn't really, show anything to me, but it's only the first game. It's only the first game. It's the first game back in pads. I'm not putting a whole lot of stock into it. Let's see how game 2 goes this Thursday. Let's see how 3 and 4 go. Josh Dobbs is the only quarterback that threw for a touchdown. He probably looked the best out of all of them. But that's the thing, what do you do if you're the Steelers? What do you do moving forward? Obviously Haskins is the guy out of the 3 that you want to be able to see what can come out of him. We know what Rudolph is. We know what Josh Dobbs is. Dwayne Haskins, we don't. Former first-round pick, drafted to be the guy for Washington. Didn't turn out to be that way. He's in a better position now where he needs to be right now at this point in his career. And there's a lot of untapped potential with him that hopefully the Steelers can bring out. Will it happen? I don't know. But this is his time in the preseason to really show what he can do. So we'll wait and see. Najee Harris carried the ball for 7 carries, 24 yards. He got a little bit of playing time in there. Not much from the O-line. Not a lot of the guys playing the O-line. Chase Claypool had 3 catches for 62 yards. He had a great diving catch from Rudolph. Banged up his elbow, walked off the field, shrugged it off, but he's good to go. Now Chase Claypool is a guy who is a quintessential wide receiver. He's got the look, he's got the frame, he's got the length, he's got the legs, he's got the size. He can get down the field, he can run anywhere around the field. He still does have some issues with his hands he needs to get better with. Touchdown machine, red zone threat. We'll see what Claypool does from this year, or from last year. Had a really nice rookie season to this year. I definitely think Chase Claypool has a very high ceiling. So he had a couple nice grabs in the preseason. I know Alex Highsmith had a sack, had a really nice move off the tackle, off the edge, getting to the QB. Presley Harvin might have been the MVP that game. I know a lot of people, a lot of Steeler fans, he's one of the guys this preseason you're looking at. And Jordan Berry might as well ask for his release papers at this point in time because that competition's officially over after Thursday night. See you later. Thanks for coming. No, I'm kidding. Jordan Berry's been on the team since 2015. He's been better than some of the punters they've had before him, but he wasn't really anything special. Presley Harvin had a punt inside the 7, inside the 1. He's just got a rocket of a leg, man. Drafted in the 7th round, and as long as he, just shows that he can do those things, he's definitely going to be the guy. It's really cool to see that, and, he just looks like an absolute monster. My back's hurting. Sorry about that. He just looks like an absolute monster out there kicking that football away, man. Pat McAfee was going crazy. Pat McAfee was going crazy about him and stuff like that. So, but Presley Harvin, probably the best performance in the preseason. James Pierre got some time, not a whole lot of the starters. But some news coming out of the Hall of Fame game, though. Kevin Dotson hasn't been taking first team reps. Now, Tomlin was asked about that yesterday, and he pretty much blatantly said that Dotson hasn't done anything to do that. He hasn't been working. Now, some people have been thinking that he's just been lazy. He hasn't really been, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't really been, there was a report earlier. There was a report earlier, July, June. I can't remember what month it was. I think it was sometime in July. There was a report earlier that Kevin Dotson, was taking the position for granted. He wasn't, really putting much into it. Maybe that's true. I don't know. He refuted that. But Tomlin's comments did kind of seem that way maybe, but he's also been hurt. So, I think what Kevin Dotson just needs to do is just get healthy, get out there, you know what I mean? And maybe it was a motivational tactic from Tomlin, but mark my words, Dotson's going to be the week 1 guy at left guard. He had a great year as his rookie year. I don't see Coward beating him out. Now, maybe he does a start. I don't know. But Kevin Dotson, man, as a fan, it is kind of, it's something you don't want to see. But it's all on him. There's nothing we can do about that. It's all on him. It's all on him to get to work. It's all on him to really bust his ass and show, that, It's really on him to bust his ass and show that he belongs there in the starting lineup, and hopefully he does that. Will he be the starter week 1? Probably. But hopefully he can get healthy, he can get on the field, he can get out there, and, you know what I mean, and just show the coaches, he's the guy. He's the guy at left guard, and hopefully that's the case, but we'll wait and see what comes out this week. The Steelers are playing Thursday against the Eagles. I should be able to see most of that. I got to work Thursday. I got to close Thursday night. But hopefully I should be able to catch most of that game. Now, another report coming out after the preseason game. James Washington was reportedly wanting a trade. He requested a trade reportedly from Adam Schefter and those kind of guys. Mike Tomlin came out the next day and refuted those reports. Washington was back at practice the next day, had a great practice from what was being said. If James Washington, if he wanted to trade, I wouldn't blame him. Ever since he got drafted here in 2018, he's always kind of been the odd man out. AB was here, Juju was here, Eli Rogers was here. AB leaves, Deontay Johnson comes in, Claypool comes in. James Washington's not a bad receiver, man. And obviously as a fan, I'd love to have him there because when you have those 4 guys as wide receiver, that's great. And hopefully he can get more playing time on the field. It's hard with the amount of position players they have. But James Washington, he's a guy that's good hands. He can get down the field. He can run his routes. You know what I mean? I just don't really, I don't know how the Steelers really view him compared to the other guys. But hopefully he can get some more playing time because he's definitely, last year we saw him and Juju had the best hands last year. So hopefully Washington can get some more playing time because he is a nice player. He had the best year of his career a couple years ago. And hopefully he can get that, and then he can hit the market. And whether he comes back here or goes somewhere else, I don't know. But hopefully he can have a nice season and hit the market and find the right spot for him, whether it's out here or not, wherever there's really good opportunity to keep growing and thriving as a wide receiver. Because ever since he got here, it's been a stacked wide receiver room. So I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. He had a great practice. Hopefully the Steelers implement him more and implement him more in the offense this year. But that's a testament of how good of the position players the Steelers have. So we'll wait and see on that. But yeah, I mean, coming out of the Hall of Fame game, that's really, news-wise, that's really what's coming out of that. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Game 2. I mean, will Big Ben start Game 2? We know Big Ben has always been that guy that plays in the third game, but I don't know. I don't know if Big Ben's going to want some early reps in the preseason. I don't know if he's going to want, to get out there a little bit. He might, I don't know if he's going to want to do any of that or if he's just going to want to play in the third game. I don't know. But he might. We'll wait and see. There might be some more guys that play in that second game, possibly. There was no Joe Hayden, no Cam, no TJ. TJ still waiting on that big contract. Their Steelers are in touch with his agent, and hopefully they can get that contract done before the season starts. I don't blame TJ for sitting out right now and not playing until that deal gets done. I don't blame him at all. That's the way it goes. You don't want to lose money. You don't want to get hurt. So hopefully the Steelers and them can be on the same page, and the Steelers offer him the mega deal that he most certainly deserves because he's arguably the best defensive player aside from Aaron Donald in the NFL, and in my opinion, the best edge rusher in the NFL as well. We'll see what happens on that, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see who plays Thursday. They play the Eagles Thursday, I believe, at 8 o'clock. I should be able to catch most of that game. But yeah, Steelers won 16-3, a Hall of Fame game, which was good to see. And it's just great that football's back. It's great that fans are back. It's great. It's a great feeling. Fall's coming up. I freaking love it, man. I freaking love it, and it's just great to see. So we'll see. We'll see what news comes out this upcoming week, maybe before the Hall of Fame game, after the not Hall of Fame game, for the second preseason game. After the second preseason game, we'll see what comes out. We'll be talking about it, what happens, anything like that. We'll see. We'll wait and see. Let's transition to the Pirates, though, guys. So the Pirates, if you guys aren't familiar yet with Hoy Park, Hoy Jun Park, Hoy June Park, whatever you want to say his name is, man, this guy. If you guys haven't seen his walk-up song yet, it's so funny. It's literally his name, Hoy, 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 Hoy. It's so great. I definitely think fans are getting a liking for this guy. Now Hoy Park, they got from the Yankees. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. They got from the Yankees and Diego Castillo for Clay Holmes. Hoyt Park led AAA in the AAA East Conference in regards of batting average, on base. What else? A lot of categories. Hits, maybe? A lot of categories. Now, Hoyt Park, I feel like it was a situation like James Washington where he hasn't really been getting the opportunity at the major league level simply because he's not going to play over the guys the Yankees have right now in the middle of the infield. Hoyt Park is, he's 25, plays second, plays short. He's been getting some time in the outfield as well. He's been leading off, and that's where he needs to be. The rest of the year, he needs to be in that lineup every day. He needs to be leading off every day, or just at least in the lineup every day. No Kevin Newman, none of this stuff. It needs to be Park, Castro. That's the way it needs to go. Now, what's interesting, breaking this down, what's interesting, what is Hoyt Park's future on this team going forward? Hoyt Park has been impressive so far, for sure. We know he can hit the ball. We know he can, he can play in a lot of different spots defensively. And we know, I don't really know how much of a home run guy he is, but he's a guy that gets on base, bottom line. He hits, he gets doubles, singles, he gets some triples. I mean, he's a guy that can hit anywhere on the field. Going into next season, okay, I'm interested to see what's going to happen because you have Hayes and Moran. Those are going to be your two guys in the corner next year. But second and shortstop should definitely be an open battle, an open competition. Hoyt Park is going to get opportunity to solidify a starting spot there, most likely. Rodolfo Castro, he definitely has a lot of power. He was killing it, raking it at AA Altoona this year. He's only 21, 22. But maybe the Pirates might want to put him down in AAA a little bit. I think it really depends what he shows in Bradenton next spring training. Maybe what he does to finish off the year this year. So that could definitely be possible. Rodolfo Castro is going to get some opportunity. Kevin Newman, I'm sure, will be on the team. Now, Kevin Newman, we know, had a nice 2019 season. Last year, I don't like to put a lot into that. This year, he's been terrible. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Pirates want to give him some more opportunity to, another opportunity to show, to try to live up to that first round hype. Now, Kevin Newman, is he a bad defender? I don't think he's terrible, but he gets no power, he gets no oomph off the bat, not a home run guy, low BA, doesn't get on base. He's just not good. He's just not good, and I feel like we know what kind of player Kevin Newman is. Now, he can be a great guy. I'm sure he is. But I feel like he's just not the guy there at shortstop, man, or second base. He's just not. But will he get more opportunity? Will he get another opportunity this spring? Yeah, probably. Now, they also have a couple other guys in AAA. They got Michael Chavis, who I'm sure some of you guys might be familiar with, came from the Red Sox in the Austin Davis trade. Michael Chavis had a nice 2019, pretty decent 2019, showed the power he had and everything like that. And then after that, he's kind of been on the downhill. Now, he's only 25, I believe. The Pirates took a chance on him. A lot of times, guys need a change of scenery, things like that. He's in AAA right now, so he's getting opportunity down there. And, maybe we'll see him up here at some point this season. But I definitely expect opportunity to be given to him as well going into next year to show that he belongs on this team in the lineup, things like that. And also who they got from the Adam Frazier trade. They got Tucupita Marcano. He plays shortstop, some second base. He's a guy that can hit. He can get on base. I don't know a ton about him, but I know that he was, I believe, the Padres' 5th-ranked prospect. He did make the team opening day. Didn't really show a whole lot. He's only 21, so they sent him back down to AAA in Indianapolis. The Pirates did when they acquired him. Will he get an opportunity? Maybe in September? Possibly, but he's definitely a future piece the Pirates see to this puzzle for this team, and he's definitely going to have the opportunity to solidify a starting spot next year for the Pirates as well. So they definitely have some interesting pieces there to be a part of that middle infield. Now, they also have guys, as I've talked about countless times, in Class A and Double A as well. We know Nick Gonzalez is obviously a big future part of this team. We know that for sure. But he probably won't be up till the end of next year or possibly the year after. We know O'Neal Cruz in Double-A is going to be moving to Triple-A next year. We know that he's as well an integral part of the future of this team, but he's not going to be at shortstop, though. He's definitely going to be an outfielder or a DH once he comes up to the major leagues. We know Jawan Bay is a guy that has been playing shortstop at Double-A, but he's definitely going to be... They've been moving him around, too. Liever Peguero, he's been having a really nice year in Class A. The Pirates have a lot of middle infield guys, but the thing is, that doesn't necessarily mean when they come up they're going to be playing there. But it's always good to have guys like that. Now, the Pirates could lose, maybe some certain prospects that maybe they acquired in trades this year, or maybe over the last couple years in the Rule 5 draft at the end of the year. They're not going to lose anybody big, obviously, but they could maybe lose some, maybe some guys that they like. You know what I mean? That's always possible. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think as a Pirate fan, it's definitely exciting. Like when you see a guy like Ahoy Park, when you see a Rodolfo Castro, when you look at their minor league system and look at a lot of young, promising talent they have. They went from the 30th ranked farm system before Ben Cherington came in to the 3rd ranked farm system. What does that tell you? So there's definitely a lot of excitement that they have a lot of prospects. And hopefully by 2023, once a lot of these guys are up here, or maybe even toward the end of next year, you know what I mean? We really see that come into fold, and sooner than not, we can really kind of see the Pirates get back into contention. Now, I'm not a homer, folks. I'm the farthest thing from a Pirate homer, but I'm giving credit where credit's due to Ben Cherington, to the scouting department, to developments, and in regards to what they've all done to get this team to the 3rd rank in the minor leagues, and a lot of young, promising talent. You got to give credit where credit's due. Now, will all these guys turn out to be star players, good players? No. But hopefully more than not of these younger guys are going to turn out to be something for this team and be an integral part of the future of this team. I think the Pirates really kind of look in landscape of contending is probably around 2023. I think that's really the year in regards of kind of when you see everything come together and they really start trending, hopefully. But it all comes back to the owner, though, because here's the thing. We all know it's a continual cycle. We all know when guys are almost done with arbitration, the Pirates trade them, and, they don't want to pay them. We know that. That's how it goes. So what the owner needs to do is, I feel like, to really win fans back and really show this is a changing of the tide. They cleared house last year. Or not last year, the year before. They cleared house. The Pirates need to do, what Bob Nutting needs to do, is show that he's committed to keeping these players here. Because it's freaking old, man, when you have these guys come up from the minors and they turn into promising players. Oh, yeah, they'll be here 4 or 5 years, and once arbitration's done, goodbye. Goodbye. In the prime of their careers as well, goodbye. Needs to be done. That needs to change. And hopefully Bob Nutting can do that, because that's the end-all, be-all. As a fan, yes, it's exciting to see it's exciting to see the Pirates have a great farm system and a lot of young talent coming up amongst the ranks. And hopefully here sooner than later, correct? But the thing is, Bob Nutting is the end-all, be-all in regards of who's staying and who's going. And that needs to change because fans are sick and tired of it. But there is excitement in regards to my part on that. Now, it's great to see Brian Reynolds. He's absolutely destroying the ball. He's having a phenomenal season. And it was great as well when the trade deadline was still going on. The Pirates had no thought of moving him. If they would, it was going to take very, very, very multiple high-end prospects to do that, which wasn't going to happen. And that's the kind of asking price you need on anybody. Anybody that you value, that should be the asking price like that. Now, Brian Reynolds, they said that he's going to be the guy that they're going to build around. He's going to be the cornerstone of this team. I'm assuming, obviously, Brian Hayes will be a part of that as well. But that's what you need. Brian Reynolds is 25, 26 right now. Why the heck would you move him? What was the point of trading for him in 2018? Okay, you got a lot of high-end prospects. You know what I mean? You're rebuilding this team. You're rebuilding it around him, around a Hayes. That's who you keep right there. And once these guys are ready to come up and you're in that contention, Brian Reynolds still in the prime of his career. He's still a part of that mold. There you go. So I don't really know what anybody was thinking. If there's anybody out there that said they should move him, you're a complete idiot. Absolutely not. But yeah, the Pirates are facing the Cardinals today. Or tomorrow. Stephen Brolt's back from injury. He's going to be facing Jay Happ, former Pirate, against the Cardinals tomorrow. I believe it's in Pittsburgh. They lost 4 in a row to the Reds. They lost that series 4-0. They lost the Milwaukee series recently, 2 games out of 3, and then they beat the Phillies 2 games out of 3. So, baseball season, almost coming to an end here. We got this month and September, and then the playoffs in October. But I don't know. I really think, at this point, time of the year, it's really just kind of seeing Hayes and Hoy Park and a Castro, a Reynolds, Moran maybe. Some of these other guys really kind of get, really opportunity-wise. That's really what it's about. Mitch Keller, who has come up from AAA, stinking it up again. I don't know what to tell you with him. I really don't. He'll be here next year. He'll get opportunity, but I just don't know how much longer you're going to go on for it for if there's no improvement. I don't know what to tell you. Bryce Wilson, who they got from the Braves for the Richard Rodriguez trade, he had a nice start the other night, went 6, gave up 3. I think the Pirates view him as well as a guy that can maybe be a future part of the back end of the rotation, possibly. So he's had a couple starts so far with the Pirates. We'll see what he does the rest of this year and also going into next year. But I don't know. I don't even know what the Pirates rotation is going to look like next year, man. I mean, I really don't. Brault, Brubaker, Cool, Will Crow, Keller, Wilson, Ponce, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that they'll probably bring out an outside guy like they did with Tyler Anderson. Maybe they're Miguel Yajure. Maybe there might be another pitcher coming out of AAA they might like that might make it. I really don't know. I don't expect the pitching rotation starting off the year to be anything. But at the end of the year, it might be interesting. Roansy Contreras, maybe he'll be up at that point. Miguel Yajure should be a part of it. It might be a little interesting. I don't know. But we'll see how the Pirates, we'll see how just some of these guys do. I really think that's the focal point there. I mean, even Cole Tucker. Cole Tucker's been hitting the ball really well since getting optioned back to AAA. And that's really the thing with him, man. He has a good glove. He can play short. He's played some second. He's played some outfield. But the thing is with him, he can't hit the ball. And that's been his issue ever since he's come up. He's had 3 years of Major League experience now, and he's 24, 25. He needs to hit the ball. He needs to get the ball in play. Is he a power hitter? No. Is he going to hit you 20 home runs? No, he's not. But if he can hit the ball and get the ball in the play consistently, and be a decent hitter, he might be able to be a part of this team going forward. So I don't know. I think Cole Tucker will definitely get another opportunity for the baseball season's over. He'll definitely get an opportunity this upcoming spring, but I really don't know. I really don't know. And I like Cole Tucker, but he needs to hit the ball. That's it, plain simple. He needs to hit the ball, folks. He needs to hit the ball. Because we're sick and tired of guys like a Kevin Newman who's in the lineup every day, and he's not hitting the ball. So, I don't know, And I don't like to necessarily always crap on my team's players, but it's just the way it is. Kevin Newman's not good. He's not doing anything and warranting he should stay in the lineup. So, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see how this series with the Cardinals go for the Pirates. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to bring anybody up, Chavis, Marcano at some point into the year. They just brought up Anthony Alford. He's been hitting the ball really well as well in AAA, filling out another outfield spot. I believe Ben Gamel's on the injured list. I don't know. I don't really know. I feel like there's a lot of scenarios going into the Pirates next season in regards of their roster shaping up. Now, I would love to see Andrew McCutchen come back next year. He does have an option, I believe, a team option. They can pick that up or they can decline it. Will Andrew McCutchen come back? Probably not. But if Andrew McCutchen would want to finish his career here, I think that'd be the coolest thing. And you have an outfield of Reynolds, McCutchen, and whoever else the heck you want to put out there. Travis Swaggerty at some point, or I really don't know. But I think it'd be really cool if McCutchen wants to finish his career off here. And you know what I mean? I mean, he's 34, and maybe a year or two after that, if he sticks around, the Pirates, maybe they'll be in some kind of contention at that point with a lot of these young guys coming up. I really don't know. My favorite player of all time. So it would be really cool to see Kutch come back. I've seen some people kind of talk about it, some fans, stuff like that. It'd be really cool. I don't think there'd be one Pirate fan that would ever be against Andrew McCutchen making a comeback to PNC Park. I think that would be the coolest thing, man. He's a class act, one of the greatest Pirates to ever play. My favorite player that I've personally been able to watch, and that'd be really awesome if he came back. But I don't know. It's kind of fun to kind of fantasize and think about and stuff like that about how this team might shape up going into the year. But I think at the end of 2022, I think we'll definitely see a lot of key pieces, and we'll kind of see this team really shape up in regards of, maybe what might be what this team might look like going forward into the future and trying to contend. So I don't know, but that's going to wrap it up here, guys, on In Heintz Sight. It wasn't a long show at all. I mean, we're probably only going 30, 31 minutes, 32 minutes. Outside of really the Hall of Fame game, and I guess kind of a couple stories coming out of that, and, just a little brief into there's not really much going on in the Pittsburgh sports realm. Penguins we're not talking about because it's the offseason. Nothing's going on with the Penguins, and quite honest with you, I don't really, I'm kind of hockeyed out right now, so no Penguins right now, but tomorrow, obviously, we'll be back talking about everything else going on around the leagues, as you guys know. Now, we'll be back to the normal schedule next week, but what I wanted to mention is I've been saying for the last few weeks, last month now, that once football season starts, I'm going to have to rearrange my schedule. So what we're going to do is we're not going to have shows Sunday. We're going to have shows Friday and Saturday. Friday's show is going to be talking about everything around the leagues, NFL, NBA, MLB, college, you name it, whatever it might be. And then Saturdays will kind of be, we'll be breaking down everything going on in Pittsburgh sports and stuff like that. And then obviously, because I don't want to do a show Sunday, I want to watch the game Sunday, just like everybody else. But we'll be, that's going to be that. And then also what we'll be doing is Monday, we'll be doing a show wrapping up. If the Steelers are not playing Monday nights, we'll be talking about breaking down the Steelers game that Monday, and then we'll be talking about, everything else as well that happened around the leagues on Tuesday. Or if the Steelers maybe play Monday, we'll talk about things happen around the leagues on Monday, vice versa, you get it. And then obviously whatever the Thursday night game, whether it's a Steelers Thursday night game or whether if it's whatever Thursday night game might be, we'll obviously incorporate that into Friday's show. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking about the schedule. If anything changes, I'll obviously update you guys. I'll be mentioning it on the shows going forward. That's probably going to take place once that first season game takes place with Tampa and Dallas on Thursday night. That's probably when that's going to take place into. But if anything changes, if I decide to change anything up, obviously we will. I'll update you guys, and that's why I always say follow me on social media: Facebook, In Heintz Sight. Twitter, Nate_Heintz, Instagram, Nathan_Heintz, to keep up with the channel. Any kind of updates, anything happening, feel free to do that, or if you want to interact with me, let me know in the comments section, guys, your thoughts on the Hall of Fame game, maybe your thoughts on my thoughts on things with the Pirates going forward, or anything else sport-related you might want to talk about. Feel free to sound off in the comments, and if you guys feel like, if you guys want to give us a subscribe, that'd be great. Just trying to keep growing the channel and reach many sport fans as I can, whether you're a fan of Pittsburgh sports, whether you're a fan of other teams, whatever it might be. This is the place to be, man, because we talk about it all here. So feel free to do that. I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys want to do that. But anyway, thank you guys always for tuning in, always for the support. Like I said, it was a shorter show today. There's just not really a whole lot to really dive into and get into the nitty-gritty of things. But nonetheless, guys, it's always good to be back here on the channel, on the show, talking sports with you guys. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Normal time, 3 o'clock. This is going to be up a little bit later, probably around 6, 7 o'clock most likely. Simply just because, like I said, I had to rearrange my schedule. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much. Enjoy your Mondays. Enjoy your week. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. All right, guys. Talk to you later.